All right. What's up, everybody? Boardhead DeLon here. We are going to talk about foil assists. Yes, everybody's asking me, when are you going to post your foil assist review? Well, I am going to do it now. I ran into a little problem, is that I lost two cameras in 2 months. Two cameras with, of course, the two SD cards, the mini SDs with all the clips, all the videos, everything, all the footage is gone. So I am gonna do the review because I have just recently tried the last one I was waiting to try, which was the Waydo Foil Boost. I got to try it, so I'm stoked. So here we go. Which ones did I try? I tried the Foil Drive. I've tried the Monta Foil Assist, the Duotone Foil Assist, the Waydo Foil Assist, and then the Amp Foil Assist. So I've tried all 5 brands, and these are mostly the 5 brands out on the market right now. So let's start with number 1, the Foil Drive. Foil Drive, well, they're the OGs, you know, they're the pioneers. They've been out for a few years. I've had my Foil Drive for the past 3 years. They've got the slim battery, they have got the Pro battery, they have got the Max battery, and they've also got the HP battery. And they've also got now the new Fusion, which is the latest battery out, which has more power and more running time. It's a little bit heavier, it's bigger, but I tried it and I gotta say I was impressed. Why? Because it's actually well balanced. Of course, I tried to pump with it. That's the first thing I wanted to do. And I was surprised because I was pumping, and then I was in the game, concentrate on pumping, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute, you're actually pumping the Fusion. So I was actually surprised. It's fine. They also have a travel battery so that you can go in the plane with it, so in case you're traveling you can take your batteries with you. But I think there's also a way of traveling without batteries and just renting batteries wherever you're going if you can. That's another way of doing it. Anyways, so that was for the Foil Drive. So, and they've also got a new let's finish up with the Foil Drives. They've got a new remote control, the V3, which is a little bigger with a bigger screen. They've got a little ring around the trigger so that for security, so that way you don't hit the trigger accidentally. Then they've got props, new propellers. They've got 2 new propellers. So they've got the blue ones, which are supposed to make you pop a little quicker. They give you more boost when you at the start. And then they've got the gray ones, which are a little longer, and those are supposed to make you go faster, a faster top end speed. But it takes off a little slower. That's what they said. So that's it. That's all the new stuff for Foil Drive right now that I know of. Then we've got the Monta Evo, and they had the Monta Flow, but I think that's going to be they're going to finish that. I'm not sure. It's on the catalog right now, but I don't know how long it's going to last, how much longer they're going to have that on the catalog, because they've got their new machine, which is the Evo, and that is a pretty good machine, very good product. You can now interchange the batteries, so they've got different size batteries. They've got the I believe it's a 97 kW per hour, and that's 2 small batteries that makes 1 small battery. That way you can take it inside the plane. So I believe it's a 97 and 97, and I think it comes out to 180. 84 or something. Don't quote me on that one, but you can take it on the plane, the small batteries. So you can either put one small battery or two small battery, one in front, one in the back, or you can put one big battery in the front and one small battery in the back, or the big battery is a 518 kW per hour. You might be able to put two big batteries. I don't know. I've never tried it. I haven't seen it, but you might be able to do it to have a very long running time. And but that may be a little too heavy. I don't know. So don't quote me on that one either. So that's for their batteries. And then they have Manta is known, well, they started with the kiting. They started with kites, then they got into wing foiling, and then into e-foiling, and then now into foil assisting. And I believe their remote control was one of the best remote controls in the e-foiling world. And so they brought that into the foil assisting world, which is good. So their remote control is nice, and it's not too big. It's a nice feel in your hand. It fits really well in your hand. It's got a big color screen, so you can actually see what it says on it pretty well. And then you've got different modes on it. I think you even have a rental mode. You've got a GPS. You got all kinds of cool stuff. So that's for their batteries and their remote controls. And then they have a backpack where you can put your Evo system inside the backpack. So it's got two US boxes inside the backpack. It's like a little carbon plate, and you can screw your Evo inside the backpack just like you would on your board. And it's really well made. The backpack kind of reminds me of a base jumping backpack. It's real small, thin. It's got nice padding on it. It fits really nice and snug. Really well made. It's got, I think it's got one pocket where you can put, like a telephone or whatever. You can put a couple of things in it, so that's pretty cool. Voila. So that would be for Manta. It works very well. They all work very well, so I'm not going to talk how well they work. I'm just going to say what they have, because they all work well. There's not one no, they're all good. And then so we'll talk about now the Duotone waist harness, and the wristwatch remote control with the ring on your finger. So that's for Duotone. That's a big plus, because it allows you to have two free hands, and it allows you to have your backhand free to follow your moves when you're surfing. So they've got an integrated mast with it. The pod is inside the mast, so that's really good. There's no drag. The board does feel a little lighter because there's no cassette or battery on the board, but there's the pod, and then there's also the cable. The waist harness, well, it's Duotone, so they've had enough experience inside harnesses, with windsurfing, kiting, and all that. So now they've got a nice harness where you can put the two batteries inside the box and on the back of your harness. So it's got two batteries. I don't remember the size of the batteries, but you can take them inside the plane as well. That's why they're those batteries. And I believe they're coming out with a new battery that's going to be a little stronger, same size but just stronger, that you will not be able to take inside the planes. So you'll have an option of getting the traveling batteries or the stronger batteries. What else? Yeah, when you have two free hands, it lets you carry your board in and out of the water easier. In case you run out of battery, you can paddle back into the water a lot easier. That's what the watch is for. And again, if you've tried foil assisting with a regular remote control, then yes, it's going to feel a little different to use the Duotone watch remote control. But if you've never tried any other remote controls, you won't see a difference. You'll just use it and it'll be fine. Otherwise you just have to get used to it. The first time I used it, I didn't like it because I didn't know how to use it. It's different. It's different. Doesn't mean it's bad or good. It's just different. I personally think it's, once you get to know how to use it, it works fine. It's pretty cool. Actually, I had no worries. So that's that. You can actually speed up. You know, it's got a gearbox, so you can go from 1 to 8, and then you can downshift to slow down. So that's pretty cool as well. Voila, that would be on the Duotone. It's they've all get you up on foil. I weigh 75 kilos and I go in the waves. I'm talking about tests in the ocean only. It gets me out on foil fine with the waves, and even on flat water. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so we did the full drive, the Manta, and the Duotone, and now we are skipping over to the Waydo. I was excited about trying the Waydo. I was waiting. Churchill Nut was nice enough to let me try it the other day. I'm pretty stoked. It was very nice of him. Well, yeah. The Waydo, well, yeah. It's you got to know that it's probably the least expensive one. So it's different from the other ones. You can put the propellers in the front of the mast or in the back of the mast. I believe in front of the mast is for beginners, and then in back of the mast for people, experienced riders, intermediate, I'm not sure. I tried it with the propeller in the back, like like what I'm used to. It got me up right away on foil. It's got a good kick. For the price, you actually can't criticize it because it's just for the price. I'm not going to say how much it is, but when you look at the price tags, you're getting what you're paying for, and it works. It does the job. It does the same thing as all the other ones. Okay. It's way different. What I really liked about it is that it's actually pretty quick to set up on your board. It's got like this carbon plate with the frame in the back, and you could just put your mast on top of that frame, so it's pretty easy to set up. I gotta say, that's pretty cool. Their batteries, you can also travel with their 2 batteries. They're small. I guess that's why they're small, so that you can take them with you on the plane. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna have new batteries in the future. Waydo, I believe, from what I understood, is also I think they're connected to DJI's the drone or cameras or batteries, and I believe they're also into electric bikes, so I think their batteries are probably going to be good. Anyways, so that's it. Out of the 4 remote controls, the Duotone, well, no, I'm at 3 because Duotone is a separate battery remote control. Out of the 3 remote controls from Duotone, Manta, and Waydo, well, Waydo is probably the weakest point would be the remote control, but it works fine. It's got gears as well, preset 1, 2, 3, and it works fine. But for the price, it's perfect. It's fine. So there's nothing bad to say about it. And I'm actually not saying anything bad about any of the brands, because they're all good in their own way, and they're all different, but they're all good in their own ways, and they all do the same job pretty much. Now let's talk about the Amp Flight. I'm talking about this one last because I believe it's in a different league of its own. I think it came out a little too early, but it's out, so it doesn't matter now. Why did it come out too early? Because I believe it's not the easiest foil assist to learn on, at least to foil assist. The other ones have a propeller that you can move up and down on the mast, so the lower it is, the more time you have the engine in the water, the easier it is. On the other hand, with the Amp, it's a turbine, and the turbine is inside the board, so as soon as the board lifts up off the water, the turbine shuts off and you have no more assist. So you have to really know what you're doing. You can probably learn on it, but it's probably going to be harder. You can definitely do downwinds with it, and you can definitely surf with it. That's what it's mainly made for. Uh, I wasn't able to get up on the lake. I tried it on the lake. I wasn't able to get up on the lake on flat water because the foil wasn't big enough for me. But I've heard some people were trying to stand up paddle on it. The same size board I tried, they were standing up on it. And once you know how to use the turbine, how it functions, the turbine actually gives you a pretty good kick. It gets you up. So there's definitely enough push. But you really have to understand how to use that turbine, the whole thing. So they have a remote control. It's a little puck. You don't hold it in your hand. You also have 2 hands free. It's a little puck that's stuck in the front of the board on the nose, and you just press on the button, you know, and then it goes. So it's got different boost speed and all that. The difference with that is that you cannot go back out on the flying on your foil without pumping. You can go back out on the foil, but you have to pump. Same thing when you're going to the peak, you have to paddle. And same thing when you're catching the wave, you will have to paddle to catch the waves. So it's pretty close to the electric bikes. It's like it's really a foil assist. It's a hardcore foil assist. And once you know how to use it, once you've got the experience on the foil assist, I believe that it's going to be a pretty good product for those guys, for the kind of guys that are looking for that. But remember, you will have to paddle and you will have to pump. It doesn't the turbine's inside the board. So voila. And I believe you can take the 2 batteries as well on the plane. So everybody's got batteries that you can take on plane and travel with. That's the good news. So I guess that's about it. Sorry I don't have any videos. Like I said, I lost the cameras. So I told you everything that's out there. I'm not saying which one's best because they're all good in their own way. I didn't talk about battery runtime because that's irrelevant really, because it all depends on your weight, the conditions you're going out in, the size of your foil, the size of your board. So it's a big, you know, it really changes everything. But what I can tell you though is that in the near future, I believe the batteries are going to change and everything's going to change. I was talking with Cyril Coste, the one who engineered the duotone full assist, and I could see in his little glitter in his eyes when he was talking to me about the future batteries. So, and I think that's going to be for everybody. It's not just one brand. That's just the batteries. Right now, they're doing the best they can with with the materials that they have. With the technology that they have, it's pretty much the best batteries we can do. But in the near future, it's really going to change, and meaning the batteries are going to get much smaller and lighter. Just look at the cars, electric cars. I believe Kia has a car that you can charge in 12 minutes up to 70%. So if you can charge a car battery in 12 minutes up to 70%, then I imagine our little full drive or foil assist batteries are going to be charged up really fast, really fast. So the technology is just going to change, and we're just going to move ahead. So I think that you started seeing people foil assisting in the lineups last summer. You probably saw 1 or 2 guys, you know, they had full drives or Manta. Now you're going to see 5 times more mini guys, because there's 5 brands out right now. So I believe there's going to be more people on full assist. And I also believe that we are going to have to follow some rules, make some rules, so that everybody can get along in the lineup, you know. So that's probably going to be one of my next videos, talking about ethic in the lineup, because yeah, there's going to be worries, I believe. Okay, and we have to make things right so that everybody can have fun in the water, because we are all in the same bag. We are all going in the water for one thing, to have fun. And if we go in there to not get along, it's no fun. So let's try to get along. All right, so on this I will say, see you in the water, guys. Until the next time, if you really like the video, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it.